Earl Children's Real Estate Investments will teach you how to build wealth through real estate. Learn step by step how to become a real estate investment empire through wholesaling and flipping residential and commercial properties. Be a boss, take over the block by becoming a real estate investor. Learn more at www.earlchildrens.com.
Hey, Ray, hand me that AR.
We're now listening to Off the Rip.
Off the Rip. Artist Podcast. All right, now it's your boy Earl The Artist.
What's good with you, man? You got staff here, man.
And we with another STL. You want to go ahead and introduce yourself for the folks who don't know?
What's the word? You know, it's your boy Big Esco, man.
Big Esco.
Yeah, man. How y'all doing, man?
We good,
Good,
man.
Appreciate y'all for having me, man.
Man, of course. Who is Esco, bro? For the people who don't know, who should know who Esco is. Who is Esco?
Esco is I like to call myself a hip hop artist. Hip hop has a lot of elements, you know what I mean? I'm one half of the hip hop group Souls of Liberty. We've been gone for a minute, you know, but
We back now.
You know what I'm saying? If you was around, you know. If you wasn't, you're about to find out, that type of thing.
Okay, talk your talk.
You know what I mean? We also got a podcast that we doing. We bring it back too, called The Backcourt. It's a basketball podcast.
Okay.
So,
We had a lot of caught a little traction with that. RIP my boy Cameron B-Shy.
Okay.
We
One
had
of the
Cam,
goats.
Yeah, we had Cam on there, and that was a real big moment. Kind of took our platform to the next level when we had him. But Cam was family. He went to middle school with Janelle. He went to McKinley or whatever. Shout out my McKinley kids, you know. So, and then also now I'm creative director for a magazine called Search Party. Search Party STL. You know, featuring nothing but black and PLC creatives. Founded and run by nothing but black and PLC creatives. You know, for St. Louis. For people that's living in St. Louis, people that love St. Louis, you know, all that good shit too. So
yes, sir. Sir.
Hey, I love this.
And I DJ before I forget too.
Yeah, he DJ.
He do everything. Okay,
Everything.
like I like this right here, man.
Somebody gotta do it.
For sure, man. Let's go all the way back with it, man. How did you get the name Esco, man?
How did I get the name Esco? Okay, so when we started rapping, well, I guess technically Facebook. I changed my name to Ryan Escobar. That was like my first real rap name. And
Come a little closer to the mic for me.
I mean, a little bit here.
Yeah.
That's better. Okay, yeah. I started as Ryan Escobar, and then after that, you know, some time just went on, and it used to kind of be a joke. One of my best friends, Julian, used to call me Big Esco, but because he's bigger than me, you know what I mean? And it just kind of stuck, and it was just funny. And I think I ended up changing my Twitter and Instagram just to Big Esco, and I was like, this is the new moniker right here. Ryan Escobar evolved. It's Big Esco now, so it's kind of that for real. And Esco is also a part of my brand. Educate self, cultivate others.
Yeah.
Talk to him.
So that's kind of the acronym that Esco also stands for too.
You said educate self and cultivate others.
Yep, educate self, cultivate others. Because when you educate yourself and you grow, you can spread that knowledge on. You know what I'm saying? Plant that next seed, and we can cultivate others. And the more of us, you know, it's better off.
I feel that.
sure.
No, that's big. My fault, Earl. You about to say something?
We finna get to that. But first we get to that. You brought up Souls of Liberty, man.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
Me and my homeboy Tanel, we went to Metro High School. Shout out to Metro. He's the head coach, basketball coach over there, you know. And while we were there, we just was kind of, me and him were both basketball players. Starting off, we were athletes. So, you know, the creative side kind of came a little bit later. But his cousin, y'all ever heard the Keith Sweat song Twisted?
Definitely.
Yeah, you know, okay, so this is a little known fact right here. It's a rapper on there named Pretty Russ. Pretty Russ is technically, I want to say, the first platinum rapper from St. Louis.
Okay.
Pretty Russ' little cousin is my best friend Tanel. So, you know, seeing Pretty Russ do it, that kind of got him interested in music. Yeah. I always just kind of been creative. We was in high school. Pretty Russ died in a car accident or whatever.
Sorry for your loss.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Pretty Russ or whatever. But Tanel was just like, damn, bro. Now we really got to rap. Like, you know what I mean? And so I was in history class one day and learned about the Sons of Liberty. And I always wanted to rap. I was like, we need like a rock sounding name. Like, we ain't going to be like the Young Boys. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like some shit that sound like a bad rap group. So I was like, we Souls of Liberty. And we just kind of ran with it. Went up to Mizzou. Ended up opening at Mizzou for like Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, you was doing it big. He was.
I didn't know we had a superstar. I know you was a star, but you was a superstar.
2013, the year after that, we opened up for Wale in New York, Times Square.
Oh, so you got years behind
Hey,
this.
he talking heavy.
He got years.
Yeah, I thought I was trying to told you. You didn't know you were going to find out. That's what I'm saying. We just been gone, you know what I mean? But kind of like we was talking about before the camera started rolling, you know, it's hard to keep that creativity going. So we ended up moving to Chicago and ended up really getting into the business side of it, kind of becoming executives a little bit, learning artist management, working with a studio and label down there, ATS at the studio. Shout out to my boy Peasy and all of them.
Okay.
And so just kind of going down there and getting to spend time with like a producer, engineer, Don Rob, and Oz on the track. Oz is Herb, one of his main engineers. So getting to kind of just be around his ascent and watch different people go up every day and come in and work, it kind of just inspired us. And learning the behind the scenes. And so from that, just coming back home now, keeping that same energy. And like I said, just trying to do stuff that take the city to the next level.
Yeah.
For creators and, you know, for everybody, for real.
I feel you on that. Definitely. And that's major right there. And when you all went to Chicago, did you all move together?
So I ended up, I graduated from Mizzou in 2013.
That's major.
Yeah, appreciate it. MIZ, you know. And then I moved to Chicago at like maybe November 2014, something like that. And then I want to say maybe he came down 2015. We worked on a project, put it out, and just kind of, we had the opportunity to kind of keep going. Do we want to get signed? Do we want to go that route? And it just was like, it wasn't for us. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you get to a point where you kind of get close to your dream, you realize, damn, this is not even what I want. Like maybe it was what you wanted, but now things have changed. It's not what you want anymore. So we kind of just accepted that and stayed on the journey. Like I said, for him, it ended him going back into basketball, which was big. We started the podcast during that time. I started getting more into like producing and the DJing. That's kind of when all that stuff happened when I wasn't rapping no more. So I kind of opened myself up creatively. So now I'm at the point to where it's all gonna come together. So.
That's tough, bro. That's tough.
No, that's amazing.
I was doing a little digging on the gram, and I seen social clips. You guys are always kind of like throwing events. Correct me if I'm wrong. Always throwing events. Like, how important was it for you to go back and kind of like throw these events and get back to the community in that style? Yeah,
I mean, we're just trying to bring the community together. St. Louis is split. Like we grew up in the city, so it's like you either doing some hood shit or you doing like some other shit. It's not like no middle, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so it's like, I feel like that's what it's hard about the music scene here. It's probably hard about the art scene, the photography scene. It's either hood shit or it's not hood shit. It's no middle ground or where the people that's not on the extremes can kind of meet together. And I feel like that's what kind of prompted us to start throwing the events. And like our first one was in 2018 for 314 Day. And just kind of kept building from there. Then the pandemic happened, which kind of ruined some of our plans, but it just kind of gave us new life to kind of create new stuff. And linking up with C-Note or whatever, she's been always doing a lot of amazing stuff, but us trying to like bridge more gaps and just make it a little bit smaller. Even though we say St. Louis is small, everybody still don't interact with one another.
That's facts.
You know what I mean? So just still trying to find that way for everybody to interact. And then, like I said, everybody's brands, everybody's love for the art. The fans can get more, the artists can get more. Like we can create our own ecosystem.
They got me as a fan, man, this summer. They got me tapped in.
There you go.
Man, for sure. So what was like some of the biggest challenges you guys had to face when trying to get some of these events off the ground?
To be honest, I really wouldn't say like we had any challenges because people respected who we were as creatives. Like I always try to make sure I pay creatives. I always try to make sure I tap in with people, let them know when I like their work. Like I'm not some people be quiet. Don't let you know that they rocking with you, you know what I mean? So I try to be very vocal and let people know, you know what I'm saying, I'm messing with them. So when we called out for people, they came to us. You know what I mean? With the venues and stuff, we always try to make sure we handle business. You say a price, cool, let's figure it out. Let's make it happen. I would just say as an artist here, it's just always hard, like, trying not to be too stagnant, trying not to repeat and do the same thing over and over. So I think that's been the hardest thing is just trying to stay consistent and not have it so where people feel like they're getting the same thing or the same event. Changing locations, changing the DJs, changing the vendors, changing the time of the day, changing the day that it go on. Like there's so many different ways that we can, have our culture and like experience it. So I'm just trying to make sure wherever I feel like it's a gap or it's a new experience we can have, I'm trying to do it.
Yeah, man. And I appreciate that because I was telling staff, like, I like the way you move. Like, you always trying to, like, build a team and, you know, go at it with a team motive and a team objective. You never, like, about yourself. So how important is it for you, like, to build a team? Like, who, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, what type of positions do you be looking for in order to be, like, build these super teams to go ahead and, you know, get the jobs done?
I mean, I appreciate you saying that because I didn't know. That's what I'm going for, but you never know if it's actually working. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just looking for people. I want to work with people who really care.
Yeah.
Like, you can kind of tell when some people doing it for the look or they just kind of lost and they searching for some shit. Like, I'm not lost right now. I know what I'm trying to do. You know what I mean? And so it's like, and I just want to work with people that's also trying to climb the stairs too. You know what I mean? Like, when you kind of realize, like, oh, it's not magic. It's not chutes and ladders. Yeah. I'm really going to have to walk up the stairs. The elevator not coming. Yeah. Some people put that shit down. They leave. Some people start walking. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with the people that's walking. And you might be on a lower level than me, but I'm like, keep walking. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep going. It's some more stairs. Keep going. So that's really kind of people I'm working with. Like, if you passionate about it, you motivated, you're trying to, like I said, fill that void and trying to grow, scale, you know, I'm fucking with it.
Yeah. So what was like some of the type of events you put on for the city for those who probably don't know?
Yeah. So I had a hand in throwing 314 Day / STL Exchange. We had a couple of different names with it over there.
Oh, you did an STL Exchange? Yeah. Was that like in South County? No, that's not the one. That's not the one.
No. Ours was on Cherokee Street at 2720. I think it's got a new name now. I'm not sure. But we did that. Two of them there. We did one on Manchester and the Grove at Ready Room before it closed down. And we was going to do something with the Contemporary Art Museum. But then that's when COVID happened over there. So we couldn't do that. Yeah.
So which one have you been? My fault. You finna say something?
I was about to say, so y'all be doing it all. Like, I should have been tapped in.
A couple more.
Earl ain't give me hip. I blame him. He
as soon as I get him, don't say that, because as soon as I get him, I'll pass it on to him.
No. I just started really activating, like I said, back in St. Louis for real within the last year. You know what I mean? Like I said, I was living in Chicago from 2014 to 2020. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? So I was coming back and forth. Like I said, 2018, started doing more stuff, but I've been back. Like, I'm here now.
He said he's been back. This is his city.
Yeah. Man, talk about that, like that transition from like Chicago and back to St. Louis. Cause I tell staff this all the time. Like, when I go back up to Ohio and I start to see things like in different art scenes, I can start thinking about myself like, dang, why we ain't doing it in St. Louis? Like, you know, so what's some stuff you be seeing in other cities that you would like to implement here in our city?
I can't even really say that as some other stuff. I think it's just more so the consistency. Okay. Like, it's not like one thing in particular. Yeah. It's just the consistency. So, like, I got to really be close to Joe Fresh Goods. Oh. As during his climb up there, one of my homeboys, Dez, who was in Fat Tiger or whatever, and they kind of was like big homies to me or whatever, and getting a link with like Corey from Leaders and him kind of pulling me under his wing and rocking with even people like seeing David Choi, the dude that on Soul Taco. He had moved up to Chicago too. I linked with him in Chicago. I didn't even link with him in St. Louis. You know what I mean? So it was like being able to kind of just see people be at a, you know, local level and go national or go regional. It's like, it's not really so much more so about them being in bigger cities all the time. Like you said, Ohio, not necessarily a bigger region like St. Louis metropolitan area. It's about the consistency. Yeah. It's about them handling the business. It's about them, you know, managing the community, which is like giving people time to talk to them, talking to people, engaging with them, giving people a reason to fuck with them. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, just because you want to do some shit, that don't mean people got to fuck with you.
That's true.
And that's like St. Louis, we kind of got that kind of bad. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because we haven't seen too many people like while I was in Chicago, I was there like when Polo G took off, like when Cowboy took off, like when niggas was like, I'm in Chicago, now I'm like nationwide. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's different when you see it, like the artists that they act like it could happen. Yeah. But here we don't really act like it could happen.
What you mean? Like, give an example.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, in a sense of like taking yourself serious, taking performance serious.
Come a little closer into the mic. I'm getting an echo.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, taking yourself serious, taking your performance serious. Like, okay, it's 10 people in the crowd. Perform like it's 100 people in the crowd. It's 100 people in the crowd. Perform like it's 10,000 people in the crowd. Yeah. I just seen artists take it more serious, and they have more developed like studio situation. You know, having studios in the city is really important, because that's why I realized that's where artists connect. That's where the producers connect. That's where the engineers connect. That's where the photographers go up there. That's where the videographers go there. That's where everybody tap in. You know what I'm saying? So St. Louis is missing that, and like I said, I'm trying to work on that, and we've been back in the studio trying to pull people in and be consistent. Y'all gotta come through the studio, man.
Yeah, no, for sure.
That's the invite. I want to see some out the studio, man. I want to see some people work.
Yeah.
No, but I definitely feel you on just people moving the right way, and just presenting themselves like in a professional level, especially whatever craft they in. Because I remember somebody told me, I want to say, as soon as I graduated college, we was having a conversation on people not gonna if you don't think you that guy, ain't nobody else gonna treat you like you him. Like you gotta, you know what I mean, walk that walk. You feel me? So
act like you been there before.
Yeah,
man. Sometimes you gotta fake it till you make it, bro.
Yeah.
It's something even you were saying, Earl. I think about like people leaving.
Yeah.
Or maybe just like you go out of town. We have so many creatives from St. Louis that's not in St. Louis.
Yeah, that's true.
And so I'm trying to like create something to make them want to come back.
Okay.
Because I've been away.
Yeah.
And I know why you go away. I know why you stay away.
Yeah.
And so I know what will bring you back.
Nah,
I know what would keep you here. You know
Definitely.
what I mean? And so that's why I'm like, nah, if everybody I knew from St. Louis lived in St. Louis would be so much better right now.
Man.
And I'm not mad at them for the reasons that they don't, but that just let me know it's not us. It's really the city. It's the infrastructures. It's the counties. It's the, you know what I mean? It's the people that's it's smothering the creativity. It's smothering the culture. You know what I mean? So now it's like if we could kind of break free of that and control and do our own thing, it'll make a big difference.
No, we definitely need that. You feel me? Because I feel like like when we were just talking off air, it's still like gaps in between like different social spaces where other socials don't know about this going on and everything. So we definitely need people that can really bring, especially like our black community together and have a good time. You know what I mean? Meet different people, network, and just have these environments where we can all come together and just, you know what I mean, eat, you know,
Drink, smoke.
and be merry. You feel me? The little stuff.
Yeah. No, that's fire. And like you said, like, St. Louis is so segmented. You know what I mean? You got the niggas that's athletes. You got the niggas that dress fly. You got the girls that do this, the mothers that do that. So it's like if we could just have some place where we can all come together,
Hell yeah.
it's going to work.
Go crazy.
It's just going to work. Because it's like the culture, like I think we're just more built for it now. You know what I mean? Like I feel like before it was almost too slow in a certain, you know, kind of some regards. And I'm not even sure like people wanted it. But now I feel like people want to go to shows. People kind of want to hang out. People want to experience new shit. So it's like if people throw stuff and it's good quality, people gonna fuck with it.
Yeah.
Definitely. I feel like, and you're right about St. Louis being too slow sometimes because I remember I used to tell him, like, coming back from college break, I feel like it'll only pop when we coming back for, like, Thanksgiving break, when everybody back in the city or Christmas break. Like, especially for, like, us college people, it just, I feel like it'll have its times where it spurts, you know, like, this summer, this the first time I really seen St. Louis, like, every week is something going on, something we doing, like, it's lit, like, we need that.
Nah, and that's something I'm going to try to start throwing more, like, shit every month. Try to get some weeknights going, you know what I mean? Just trying to create that, I guess the word would be camaraderie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just so, like, I'm from the Lou, I'm chilling, I'm here.
Ain't nothing
like,
better than camaraderie.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here, I can come every week, know I'm going to hear some good music, know I can get a couple good drinks just for a few hours, and I'm gone. Like, it ain't even that deep, for real, you know what I'm saying? Like, just come, chill, I ain't got to worry about no shit, and then I come back next month, I come back next week, you know what I mean? Like, that's all niggas need.
That's needed, bro, because it's like you only know somebody just through Instagram. Like, you can see what they doing all on the gram, but it's like, if I ain't in, like, the vicinity to reach you and, like, kind of link with you, it's kind of like.
And St. Louis niggas are very awkward socially. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas that know you for forever on social media and then see you in person and not speak. So that was another reason why I started throwing events. You asked me that, because it was like, I was kind of tired of that shit. I'm like, bro, like, hi. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know y'all know who I am. What's up, bro? It's not that deep. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, let's get out of that shit. Like, you know,
I feel like it be our ego sometimes too. Like we be thinking we too much better than.
Yeah, it's definitely ego inside of
folks.
it. But that's what I'm saying. Like, niggas is not on here.
Yeah.
There's no reason. It's not Atlanta. It's like, nah, Lil Baby ain't never really be in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So you can't talk too much shit, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, no, it's some real niggas, like certified niggas. It's not like that here for real. It's like, you know what I mean? Like,
it's still up for grabs.
even the niggas that be, like you said, even the niggas that's league from here, they're not here.
Yeah, that's one thing. We be talking off air a lot with other athletes. Like, we need them to come back and really, I feel like, produce in our city.
Yeah.
Like, it gotta be them people with the big money, you know what I mean, to really come back and put in. No way we should not have, like, more community centers and stuff for our athletes and stuff like that. Little stuff, even for, like, artists and stuff, we gotta have more, you know what I mean, just community centers. Like, it's we lack so many resources. Like, when I go, like, to his city, like Ohio, I'm in Illinois, it just seems like we slow to everything. Like, it's like other cities already got it. Like, I went to Vegas one time and the technology out there is just crazy. St. Louis, we're not even touching it.
Yeah, it's not even the fact that they even better. It's just like if you got like more advanced equipment, of course you finna like produce.
Go crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like I said, like we've been recording at a space called Temple Studios on South Jefferson, and they like building out that whole space to have multiple studios, podcast space or whatever in there and everything. So it's coming. It's just, you know
That's really
coming,
you to say the location, because a lot of people would have been stingy with it.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I learned this a long time ago. If you gotta keep it a secret, you're not that good. You know what I'm saying? Like if making chocolate chip cookies, recipe out there, if your cookie's good or not. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't gonna tell nobody. That shit ain't that hot there.
Yeah.
If that's what you holding on to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So surrounded by idiots, man. How did that come about? And what is it for the folks who don't know?
Man, that shit tatted on me. Surrounded by idiots. That's kind of like the name of our group. Our like gang when we started off in high school, for real. You know what I mean? Because it was just like niggas used to try to clown us because we were smart, cool niggas, and it was like, all right, we all dumb then. I don't know. Like that's just kind of how I felt. It was just, you know, I was a little bit more blunt when I was 17, you know. But it really came from that. Like I always felt like growing up in St. Louis musically, it was like we grew up in Delhi. How old are y'all?
Oh, what, 23?
You forgot your age? You already thinking.
Hey, that's been a while somebody asked me how old you is, you know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't an everyday, bro, that's not an everyday question, bro. People not walking to me like, yeah, how old are you, sir?
23?
You feel me?
He must be an idiot.
How old are you?
We the same age.
23? Okay, so y'all grew up, like I said, like I grew up when I was in 2000, I'm 31. So when 2000, I was 10. That's when Nelly was like the hottest fucking thing smoking.
Yeah.
So I grew up in Nelly era. I grew up in Nellyville. And Nellyville was club music.
Yeah, you was wearing a Band-Aid?
No, I wasn't wearing that. I wore a backwards jersey and sports.
Okay.
I ain't gonna stunt, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't wear the Band-Aid. I didn't. My brother wasn't in jail, so I didn't. But, you know what I mean? So it was like that was what everybody was trying to do. Everybody was making club shit. Everybody was trying to like get on and do that wave, you know what I'm saying? And then it kind of switched over to what they call high speed music now. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so
that's what Earl be bumping.
Hey, that high speed shit.
Smash on the E-brake, buckle left, buckle right. We doing shootouts all night.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but that shit is like I don't know what's coming next for the city per se. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how it's gonna get past. Like I said, like it can't just be club. It can't just be high speed. Like we need more representation. And you kind of it's growing. It's people out there that's definitely doing it, but like what's happening in St. Louis is like that to me still seems to be the most prevalent music right now.
It's funny that you said it because like looking back on it, like Smino, he kind of snuck through the cracks. Like people really didn't know he was from St. Louis until like he just blew up.
Right.
Bro, I didn't even know Earl. He went to Central for a long time. People told me he went to Central. I'm like, no.
Yeah, he's my age. I think I don't know if he graduated a year after me or 2 or whatever, or maybe the same year.
Where year you graduate?
09.
Oh no, I was like in middle school, elementary school.
I'm talking about Smino. I'm talking about him.
Because Earl, you told me he went to Chicago and.
Yeah, we was in Chicago at the same time.
Oh, okay.
So like he came, like I said, I was at Peasy Studio at ATS. He was at Classic Studio or whatever, Chris Classic. And that's just like I said. But there was like niggas was in the studio systems. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's where he met his producer. That's where he met his crew when he was up there. You know what I'm saying? Made the shit shake or whatever. But like he couldn't have did that at that time in St. Louis because it's like. It's a couple studios, but they be on some lame shit like, all right, niggas can't smoke weed up there. Niggas bro, it's hip hop, bro. So it's like if y'all really don't want rappers up here, then do some other shit. Like,
gotta cater to them.
Y'all just taking niggas' money for real. Yeah. Because niggas ain't got that many other options. That's why they rather just fuck with their homeboy at the crib because they could be comfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the more the systems and the institutions continue to grow and the artists like start to take that next step, I think it'll just get better. It's gonna take time. That's all it is.
Yeah. So do you consider yourself an artist, like? Person, yeah, you did. You said earlier this show, yeah. So, like, what's like some of the struggles like you face, like as an artist, like just you personally?
I would probably say just dealing with like the confidence to keep going.
Yeah.
You know, like back when we started, like we was first, like before, like now, you know, you make like a Facebook page for like your business or some shit.
Yeah.
But like back then, I was like hella new.
Yeah.
So it was like we was at the point when like you know, people start going viral, and you had to build something online. Like we was still starting off printing CDs and moving that way. Then it switched. Then you got SoundCloud. Then it's just so it's been a lot of like ebbs and flows of like technology and stuff that's going on. And I feel like we just based off our age, nothing that we could kind of control. Like we just kind of started doing rap in like a weird period. Yeah. And like while we was still super young, like we was still in college. Like I said, opening up for motherfuckers, then rap kind of changed some. And then it's like, well, are you gonna kind of do what everybody doing? The industry changed, so just going through that, like, damn, are we still worth? Is it still worth trying to do this shit? Yeah. Are niggas fucking with it? Do they care? And I think sometimes with the internet, you just kind of get lost in looking for likes and validation every day, and not really just staying focused on the craft and making sure that you doing it. You remember the reason you started doing it. Yeah. I didn't start writing and doing shit because I wanted niggas to like it. Yeah. I just started doing it because that's what I felt. And I think that's kind of what you asked me where Surrounded by Idiots came from. Yeah. I think I fucked that up or whatever. But nah, it like I said, in high school, it just kind of started that way. And I always just felt like I was on some different shit. Like the shit that niggas felt like that was hot. Like St. Louis during that time, like I said, it's gotten so much better. But it was like, when niggas used to do weird, like wearing little kid backpacks and like, oh no, when I was in high school, that's when Wayne was, you know, so niggas had on red jeans. It was just like, bro, what the fuck, bro? Like y'all just doing, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just doing any fucking thing.
Was that the time around the what was it, like the cut jean vest?
Jeans, rock star.
Yeah.
Party like a rock star.
What's
with the mohawks?
What's the cut jeans, bro?
Not the cut jeans, like the it was like basically like a jean jacket with no sleeves. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all trying to diss me? I had one of them.
You look like you had one of them.
She was in middle school though. That's okay though.
No, that was not okay. I didn't have one of them.
I'll give you the pass.
He was the type of dude that had like a mohawk with a design on the side. I can already tell you. Yeah, he had Eric on the side of his head.
You ain't never had the mohawk?
Nah, well, I did have the mohawk. I ain't gonna cap, but you had the design on the side of your head. I'm different.
He thought he different.
But that's real though, like you said. That shit, everybody was dressing like Roscoe Dash and shit for it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So once we kind of got out of the Roscoe Dash era, really that's when the high speed shit came. Yeah. Like, for real. It was like, you know what I'm saying? Like we had the party shit. Like when we was rapping, like I said, we started rapping. Soulja Boy came out. Yeah. So I was a freshman in high school when Soulja Boy first came out. We was like, bro, if this is rap, we definitely got to rap.
Y'all can take
Hold on, no. Don't say that because you don't act like he wasn't rocking the tall white tees.
No, you can't find one picture. You can go on Facebook right now. I ain't deleting no pictures from Facebook.
Hey, Soulja Boy's rocking the 3X white tees.
The fake babes. He was rocking
the fake babes.
Come on, man.
His stuff was fake. Stop it.
Well, I don't know. I wasn't an expert on baits back then. They probably would.
Yeah, bro. He was from the ghetto. That nigga didn't have Japanese shoes.
You right,
Mississippi, bro. He had the flea market gun, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying it's level.
For sure.
I wasn't wearing fake shoes. So that's what really kind of got us rapping. You know what I'm saying? Like fuck it. Like we got something to say too. You know what I mean? But like I said, back then, you know, it was a little bit different. Like you still had like more of that balance in the mainstream, and niggas like, you know, Kanye was just still doing Ye, and like you still had like Lupe and motherfuckers like that. Like now it's not like that.
I forgot about Lupe.
You know what I'm
Fiasco.
Lupe hard, bro. You know what I mean? So it's like I grew up on like that side of shit. So then it's like all of a sudden like niggas trying to convince you. Like they just start listening to music. They trying to, bro, I'm telling you, the best rapper I ever heard was Walker. And it's like,
no, you came from one of the best eras though. I ain't gonna fake it. Like I feel like everything was more organic and like it was just
the last time. It was the last time that it felt
like
that way.
Television, movies, everything just felt right. Like now it's like what the hell are we doing?
It's forced. Like it's a little too polished in a way.
Yeah. It's forced a little bit. Like you said, everything is just trying to be commercial. Everything is trying to be sold. Versus like back then, you mean you was trying to make some shit, but you just was like, damn, we got this one opportunity. We got to make the coldest shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Right. So the next person get the next opportunity. Now it's just like, let's just cash out.
Probably because I think like opportunity is a little too accessible. Like anybody, I ain't gonna say anybody. Yeah, pretty much anybody can go viral. Well, it's easier to go viral now than it was back in the day because we all got cell phones. Like you can spit a freestyle right now and the people fuck with it so hard. You got 1 million views and you may got a record deal coming in the next week. But back then,
well, on the flip side of that though, it was probably easier looking back now to go viral then because there was less people doing it.
True.
Like I remember we were sitting around, because like I said, we had to figure out how to do PR on our own. Like we figured out this whole shit independently on our own. So I could remember sitting around being on 2 like blogs, and I'm like, damn, this is nigga named Mac Miller on here. This nigga got 1 million views on fucking YouTube. How,
Bruh, yeah.
How?
Oh, you ain't messing with Mac Miller music?
No, I was fucking with Mac Miller, but it was just like, nigga, we all kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta think back then, like he was it was a thing where it was like, okay, you gotta be signed, or you like a real independent artist. You got a music video. Then YouTube came out, and it's like, oh well, now if you got the camera joint. And yo, you know a nigga that can edit some shit a little bit. Shit, you got a video now.
Yeah.
So now it's like for us, like in St. Louis, I think you'd be hard pressed to find some niggas, like I said, that's our age. Like we some of the first niggas to make videos online at our age. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everybody else is like born in the 80s and shit.
It's
You know what
true.
I'm saying? So it's just like that shit was like major at the time. So where it was like, damn, he was still like in high school. He got a video. It looked like a video.
Yeah.
And this bitch got 1 million views. Who in the fuck is this? This nigga from Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Nah, who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Bro?
Yeah.
And then so he know Wiz. Okay, he signed a rostrum. Oh, okay. Now it's making a little more sense. So now I'm like, well, now it's just me and Tanil sitting here.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, how the fuck we finna do, you know what I'm saying? So it was figuring that out. Oh, damn, so-and-so, you watching Rocky Fresh do something in Chicago. Oh, damn, Chance came out now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, damn, I remember when, this nigga from the West Coast, this nigga named Kendrick Lamar came out. Boom, okay. Oh, damn, Jay-Z just signed this nigga J. Cole.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when what's going on right now, like, I was listening to Drake when he was on MySpace. Fresh off the grassy. You know what I'm saying? So it's
He
like,
said MySpace. He taking it
Man.
back.
I remember Big Sean on MySpace when it was like, who the fuck is Big Sean? But his main thing, good music rapper. I'm like, I ain't never heard this nigga. He signed to Kanye. I ain't never heard this nigga. This nigga must be raw.
And then he dropped that song Ass.
You know, he dropped some songs before he dropped Ass. That got him the ass. But Ass was ass.
Hey, Big Sean in my top 10 for real, for real.
Yeah, I mess with Big Sean. He in my top 10.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say?
Yeah.
I
ain't gonna
I'm
lie.
biased. My mom's from Detroit. You feel me? So
I mean, it's a lot of niggas from
messing with-
Detroit, though.
You said what now?
It's a lot of tight niggas from Detroit.
I'm saying he the king of Detroit right now.
Big Sean is?
Who the king of Detroit? Eminem?
He just say Eminem, bro. When the last time you listened to Eminem?
No, I'm saying who's like. Don't act
So
like
then,
Eminem
okay, I'll
not
say
that
this.
though, Earl.
I'm
Come
saying
on.
Big Sean is like, you can't take his legacy away. Like, he's done what he's done. But, I mean, he probably not the hottest right now in Detroit.
No, not right now. But I'm saying he set the way for everybody for real. Big Sean, Eminem. Who else you got?
I feel like the new wave, I give it to nigga like T Grizzly set the new wave.
Yeah.
Big Sean.
Yeah.
Babyface Ray and them ain't doing Big Sean. They doing closer to T Grizzly.
Big Sean really wasn't like no street rapper. Like I didn't think
Nobody else
Big
from
Sean
I'm
was
just saying,
street.
like, I'm just saying, like, music. Period. I feel like he go down.
No, I'm giving you that. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, for sure. Like you said, after Eminem, it was fucking Big Sean.
Yeah.
Like, he held the city down. Like, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I'm not taking that away. But I'm just like, he wasn't the next wave, though.
Type stuff. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, cities be like, oh, it's a wave. Like, when Thug came out, now it's a wave.
Thug came out.
It was just Big Sean. And that was just his shit.
Type stuff. Are you talking about like his flow?
Yeah,
like
just
how
his
he,
flow, his
rap?
sound. Like,
Okay.
it wasn't like, damn, nah, Detroit
Oh, yeah,
got slippers
okay.
now. Nigga, like, that
I
didn't
feel
happen.
you. Yeah.
Because he came out with ass. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
yeah,
niggas was
sure.
like, yeah, to figure out the street shit. So then, like you said, I swear, that nigga probably older than me. Like, you know, Ray and them, they probably like my age or whatever. Like, they just was doing street shit.
Yeah.
That was not Big Sean shit. And he didn't put them on.
Yeah,
For
he
him to
sure
have been Big
did.
Sean, it wasn't like he jumped on that shit a little bit later on. But when they was coming through the city, I feel like I wasn't like he had like his name like Earl Mack in them.
Yeah.
So like they wasn't like tight for it.
Yeah.
It was Big Sean was still clearly the best one.
Yeah, you said something that kind of like sparked the thought of mine earlier. Like you said, our generation is kind of like that generation where we picking up a camera and we trying to figure out this editing and stuff out. And so eventually it's gonna become second nature to us. But I feel like the thing we kind of like now is like, if you're going into like the art business or like the music business, we still don't know how to handle like the business side of things. So I hope like that next generation, that editing stuff comes second nature to them, to the point where all they have to do is focus on the business side of things. Because right now it's kind of like, people think they want to be a rapper. Shit, all I gotta learn how to do is rap and get a video guy, and I'm a rapper. But you can craft all your talent all you want, but you finna be like lost out of millions and thousands of dollars if you don't know how to handle like the business side of things.
That's what you're talking about. We need the others. We need the managers. We need the A&Rs. We need the engineers. We need the. That's what I'm saying. Like, we don't have that space here to where if you want to be a manager and link up with a, let's say you was in high school and you was like, damn, who the other high school kids rapping?
Yeah.
Where you gonna link up with them at?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you was in college or whatever, like y'all age 23, just fresh out or whatever. What studio would y'all go to right now to be like, let's go post up? And because we want to get some rappers on the podcast. Even that, it's like we're gonna go get some rappers on the podcast. What studio would y'all go to?
The first thing that came to mind was Shock City, if I'm being honest.
Okay, Shock City.
And then Unplugged.
Okay, Unplugged.
But
yeah,
outside of them two, but it's like for real, for like you want to link up with a rapper, it's basically like just hit him in the DM.
You know what I mean? But it shouldn't be like that.
Yeah, it shouldn't. But and then, even then, when you try to hit him up in the DM, it's like you said, you're a rapper, you trying to be Hollywood. You want the 99 plus unread unseen DMs, so you ain't really trying to open it up.
He's talking about you want the 99 plus.
No, he
Really, yeah.
It's
Rappers out here like that for real.
the aesthetic, man. Niggas want the aesthetic. They think that's what it takes to get on. They rather look on than like actually take the steps and do it. And that's probably the biggest difference between like, so y'all 23. So are y'all technically Gen Z? Or are y'all like young millennials?
No, I don't think we're millennials. I think we're Gen Z.
I'm young. I'm a young money baby.
Okay,
That's a
that's a good answer.
No, I think we are.
I think it's Gen Z.
You're a millennial.
I'm a millennial.
No, we're not in the millennial group.
Okay, y'all Gen Z.
We're
Gen
Gen
Z.
Z.
Okay, I think the thing that Gen Z doesn't have that millennials have is that like I remember you had to pull up on people, bro, and that's something that Gen Z take for granted. It's like it's a much difference you try to DM somebody you never met versus you pull up on motherfucker like, bro, fuck with me, bro. You might not have to do it the first time, they might not do it the second time, they might not do it the third time, but it's like, damn, bro, been consistent. He in the mix. That's the only way you knew niggas was in the mix.
Yeah.
Like when I was coming up in St. Louis, it was a group called Made Monarchs. Y'all ever heard of Made Monarchs?
Nah.
Okay, I'm gonna give y'all a history lesson.
It's a history.
Made Monarchs is this dude named Adrian.
Speak up a little bit so we don't get the echo.
This is dude Adrian. Adrian, it was like four of them. Adrian, Twiggy, Darren, maybe even my nigga John. This nigga John, he worked for like Yahoo Sports now. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Niggas from St. Louis, you know what I mean? You just wouldn't know. Either way.
Yahoo's still going?
Yeah, Yahoo Sports, bro. I mean, and they got a job, so they doing something.
I thought Yahoo got bought out low key.
They fuck around and did. Well, whoever bought them out, they still got the
They
brand
still working.
going.
Yeah, I got a Yahoo email, niggas still working.
You older than I thought. You still got the Yahoo email. Damn.
I thought Yahoo got bought out, bro, for real.
But it's still Yahoo, though. It's
Yeah,
still around.
my bad. Back to you.
No,
Sid.
but I'm just
Educate
saying,
him, please.
Saying that to say, Made Monarchs, though, they was the first ones that was really throwing the art, like, culture events for the niggas in the middle. And niggas went to the V, but niggas still gonna throw the sneaker event.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas gonna really throw the first art event. Like, they bought Stolly here. They was bringing, like, artists and shit here like that when niggas was on their come up and shit like that. You know what I mean? So it's like, niggas been trying to do it, but then, like I said, everybody move away. Because it's like, damn, you hit that wall and you want to scale up or kind of, you just want to have a family. You just want to be able to buy shit and do shit. And it's like, damn, well, what I'm going to do?
Yeah.
And like I said, John worked for them. Adrian, he didn't have paintings in the Smithsonian and like a photographer, not paintings, photos rather.
Yeah.
You know, and like and did a whole bunch of shit. He work in Chicago now.
Okay.
He moved back kind of closer to the city and still doing like art and shit. So it's like, that's kind of why I'm doing Search Party. So it's like, you could look in the magazine and it's like, damn, I need to tap in with him. Or like, this is the graphic designer, or this is the nigga that's doing the clothes and shit for real. Like, and it's easy, and you know this person got a real connection to St. Louis. Because we verified. They verified already. They tapped in. Otherwise, they wouldn't be in the magazine type shit.
Yeah, for sure. Let's get into Search Party then. So, like, how did the first volume come about? Like, tell me some of the challenges that you had to face to get Search Party off the ground to essentially where it's at now.
Yeah, so my homegirl Tara or whatever, she's from St. Louis, moved to New York, Chicago. Like I said, moving around, trying to figure shit out.
Right.
But along the way, she done wrote for like Complex. She's like staff writer for them. Like articles and shit like Brick Magazine, like a lot of culture, art, music type shit. You know what I'm saying? She works with Apple. The Apple store down in Chicago, even did like a St. Louis thing where she brought like some St. Louis rappers down there, did shit with Red Bull. So she basically just seen like a art grant and was like, damn, I want to start a magazine. And she just knew I was a writer. So she was like, you tapped in, would you help me do it?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, fuck yeah. I just had kind of came back and I was like, I need to make sure I'm getting into shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so some shit that I really fuck with and I feel like it makes sense. So when she asked me, I was just like, fuck yeah, as long as I just get to kind of pick the people that be in it, you kind of let me curate it and kind of, you know, just make sure I'm, you know, doing some shit that you want to do. So me and her just kind of work together. Hollered at my boy Fonz or whatever, a great graphic designer. He was kind of in that class with me, of niggas that was like rapping early on that wasn't, like I say, back then it was kind of more club, snap. Because St. Louis didn't really have street music like that in the early 2000s. Like, well, I wasn't rapping in the early 2000s. A little later, that first decade for real, like 2009, 08, 10. It wasn't like no big street nigga.
Dang, hold on here. You right. You on the
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's the high speed nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everything was like club shit. You know what I mean? Like, it was Young Row and Dunk That Booty and shit like that. And so we was on the other side of that. We was like, nah, nigga, we social that we finna get these fucking bars. Like, we can't go out of town niggas think that's all St. Louis niggas got.
Yeah.
That ain't all we got to offer. That ain't all what St. Louis niggas are. You know what I'm saying? We all not Nelly. And Nelly is tight. I like to do that shit too. But it's like, oh shit, my bad. We got a whole nother side too, you know what I mean? So, damn, I forgot what
we actually got like how the search party comes
search
up.
party. So yeah, when she kind of pulled me in, the hardest part was just kind of bringing people up to that level. The big thing about the magazine is it feeling very professional. It feeling like something that you would get from New York, LA, London, or some shit like that, Miami. You know, like something you get, you like, damn, this feel real.
Y'all doing a good job.
Because we want St. Louis artists, or like if you're a young person, you grabbing like, damn, this from my city.
Yeah.
This feel like
Me and Earl gonna be in that sucker one day. Just watch.
You know what I'm saying? For sure. You know what I mean? And it's like I said, trying to pull everybody together, all the resources, like, because that's what it's really about. Because sometimes, like you said, you could be doing it here, and because it's not like I said, a clear end goal for us. Whereas like I said, you lived in Atlanta. You know, you would say, damn, we've been doing shit. One day we're going to get to Tyler Perry Studios. I'm just making shit up. But that's a real fucking thing. And if you did that, you could be like, we're on this level now.
Yeah.
Where here it's like, I don't know what's the next step. You know what I'm saying? If you're not just trying to go corporate and be on the radio or some shit like that, you know what I mean? Or like you got maybe St. Louis Public Radio, which is like the NPR station here, but they don't fuck with the culture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got PBS, 9 Network, but they don't fuck with the culture. So it's like, who fucks with the culture that's really of it? Because even I feel like the radio sometimes is still old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they not really like throwing it. It's still just doing the radio. When it's like, that ain't what's going. It is what's going on. Like, the radio is always a platform, but it's like they not activating the community in a new way.
Yeah, like how many times you get in your car, you turn the radio on before you plug in your aux?
Never.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not really listening to the radio. The last time I listened to the radio was when like my pops used to take me to school, and Tom Joyner and them was on the radio. Like, I don't listen to the radio.
But a lot of people still listen to the radio.
That's
You know what I'm saying? Like, the radio is still, like, people say, people don't watch TV, people don't watch radio, but those are still the biggest platforms.
That's true.
And it's really just more so accessibility. Like, every car has a radio.
That's facts.
You know what I mean? So if you like rap, you gonna probably find rap, you know what I mean? So it's gonna be a couple times you gonna just turn that bitch on.
Yeah.
No, definitely. I feel like, especially like on road trips, I feel like, especially if it's like a sports game going on, I feel like I always turn it to like ESPN radio or something, tune in.
You're gonna tap in because it's like, it's just right there. Till you get to the house and turn the shit on, you know what I mean? But it's like, so
how did you go about picking like the candidates to put in search party?
just thinking about people who, to me, was, like I said, already doing it. Like, we had this young lady, Ricky Bird. Ricky, I think, got her doctorate in some shit, and like, she lived in Chicago too. She went to Cardinal Ritter, lived in New York, did the fashion thing or whatever, and she was just writing articles about different stuff, different publications. I'm like, damn, Ricky, write something for the magazine. She was like, oh, well, I'm actually working on something about the Air Force One, and it's important. So I'm like, perfect. And then I'm like, all right, let's get Brock to fucking draw Air Force One in the thing. Boom.
Yeah.
And then that's a story. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that. It's just like, let's just put people together that normally wouldn't be together. So it's just like, if you've been out here doing your thing, trying to get shit done, if I've been following you or just seeing you, I'm like, oh, let's fucking do it. Like my nigga Benny or whatever, who had the podcast with Mo or whatever. What's the name of that podcast? I'm fried right now.
It's from St. Louis?
Yeah.
Benny
What's the name of that podcast that used to go on? Benny and
Did they used to have like it used to be like you know how Nigo do like his little dogs, like for real?
yeah, no, they from here. They
I know what you're talking about, but wouldn't they cover it like that? Like they was like in some studio?
Yeah, the Nego joints. Yeah.
I can't think of that channel or that podcast.
I'm fuck, it's right here. Damn. Dude don't got this shit in their podcast. Either way, I used to follow Benny or whatever, and I would be like, damn, he had really good tweets and shit. And he would have his blog, and I would be like, bro, be in the magazine, like you a Polite Coolery.
Yeah, I
Shout
heard
out to
that.
Polite Coolery or whatever. I can't read lips, my bad. She told me that. Shout out to Alexia. But it was like, bro, I see you write. I love your tweets, whatever. Like, write an article for us. He never thought about that shit. And he said that he was like, this was the first time I ever had somebody edit my work. I'm seeing my work in print now. Now I actually feel like a writer. And I feel like he was a writer the whole time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But just the fact, like, that's why we're doing the magazine. Like,
Yeah.
But that was also the challenge to bring him into that process. So, like, nah, bro, it's not just writing it. We're going to edit it. We're going to probably edit it again. Need you to make some revisions. Need to, you know, kind of go in that back and forth. But in the end, he got his check. He got to see the byline. And it's like, yeah, bro, like,
You got a
you're a
product.
writer, bro. Like, do that shit, you know? So it's that kind of shit I feel like that make it worth it. And that's what makes it important.
Yeah, I enjoy that, bro, because, like, like, read, I ain't going to say reading is not, like, fun and nothing like that. But, like, when's, like, the last time, like, any of us in this room went out and just kind of, like, copped a magazine? Like, people kind of, like, online readers now. So, when I was seeing, like, the original Search Party thing, I thought that was kind of dope because it's, like, you going to try to pick up a magazine now and read it. You ain't caught that magazine. But, like, now the magazine thing is actually dope because, like, you can actually see people you know, like, are seen from the gram or heard of their work and things of that nature. So, like, what do you feel like it'd be the next step for, like, Search Party? Like, do you guys do, like, events and things of that nature?
Events, more networking events. So shout out to my boys Kinfolk and them. Well, they're not just guys, there's some women too. Just shout out to whole Kinfolk and them. They hooked up with us at the Blue Strawberry, and we opened up our fundraiser. So like right now we're doing a fundraiser for the second issue. The first issue we did solely off the grant and just like some money me and Tara kept throwing in or whatever. So this time we're trying to really up the budget so that we can pay more people, do more stuff, and really make it worth it because it is like very helpful for the artist. Like if you're a rapper, if you're a photographer, it's a real publication.
Yeah.
It's really like circulated. So we was at the Contemporary Art Museum, Vintage Vinyl, Noir Bookshop over on Cherokee, a couple other spots too. I just can't think of everything off the top of my head, but at least it was like 6 or 7 places that was actually, you know, had the magazine available for purchase. Profield Reserve, shout out to my boy Chris over at Profield, you know. So it's just like kind of continue to grow, get it in front of more people, try to maybe hit more like bigger local networks like the news, something like that, you know, and just kind of just let more people know that it's out here. It's like it's something that you can tap into that's from the people, for the people.
So what advice would you give your younger self to become a better artist? So like, what did you even picture yourself getting this far as far as like starting a publication, things of that nature?
I can't say I saw myself starting a publication. I always used to like make blogs for myself and shit, you know, just like out of boredom and shit, just reposting shit. But I probably just tell myself, just don't get discouraged and keep going. Continue to try to figure out the business like you talked about, and just stay confident in myself as an artist. Like, just don't give a fuck what people think. Like, let me rephrase that. Care about what the people think who support you, but don't try to go out and get new people. Like, just continue to grow your base of like support. That's what I would tell anybody, and that's definitely what I would tell my younger self.
That's dope, man. So what's the future projects in store for Big Esco?
New Souls of Liberty album.
Okay.
Backcourt coming back.
Let's get it.
Doing more shows. I'm definitely gonna have a pop up for my merch or whatever too. So when I have that, y'all definitely gotta pop through. I don't know yet, but I'm working. I'm grinding. I'm figuring that out right now. And then just kind of getting back to making more content. Like I said on the Esco page, we had started a little show we did called Special Delivery.
Yeah, I seen it. That's how I seen Trey on there.
Okay. Yeah, so Special Delivery was just an idea. I was just like, I actually came from, again, niggas from St. Louis. My homeboy I went to high school with, he had started this boot company called Season 3. And I was like, damn, I just want to support my bro or whatever. Someone just showed me opening up the box or whatever. And niggas was like, fucking with it. They was like, damn, bro, that was kind of tight. I was like, damn, I listened to the people. I was like, oh, I'm going to keep doing it or whatever. And then just kind of wanted to keep upping the production and giving artists that's here a little bit of love. I'm going to probably start doing more stuff in Chicago because that really is my second home. And connecting that bridge between 55 because that's a major city. We a city that's kind of emerging and growing. And I think that we could use each other's resources. Like, it's artists in Chicago that need to tap into what we're doing in St. Louis so they can grow their fan base and have somewhere to come tour, have somewhere to come work with new artists and creatives. And then we need that place to go to when we ready to take that next step. Get into a major studio, work with bigger printing companies, do whatever it is. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So it's some mutual relationship that can happen there.
Yeah.
We just gotta build the bridge. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
So, last question. I'm gonna put you in the hot seat real fast.
Easy.
All right. Top 3 clothing brands. Your favorite clothing brands in St. Louis right now. Top 3.
Top 3 favorite clothing brands in
St.
right now. I'm gonna go with Brilliant Minds.
Okay.
My dude Sean, he been making the hats and the tees, and he's a painter. Had the good embroidery shit. I'm gonna go with Pro Field Reserve.
Okay.
Because they kind of broke off and opened up the store and
That's
did some
hard.
shit nobody else really did.
Last one.
The last one. Do they got to beat in St. Louis?
I mean, you can break the rules. You can go outside of St.
I'm
Louis.
saying they from St. Louis. You said in St. Louis?
If they from St. Louis, I count it.
You count it? Okay, because I'm just trying to diversify, get a woman on there. My homegirl
Okay.
Carly in Chicago, she got this thing called Fro Skate.
Okay.
Where it's just like black girls skating or whatever. So they got like some merch and shit like that. And I seen them, they had a little dunk collab too.
That's
that's
crazy.
hard.
That's crazy, Earl.
Nah, that's what
He
I'm
on
saying.
our platform and they say off the rip. No, I'm playing.
We gonna get there. We gonna get there.
No, I'm just keeping it real.
No,
you know
no,
what I'm saying?
I feel
You know what I mean? But now best podcast, that's a different question. I do feel like y'all kind of got like if y'all keep going and like merging, like you talk about the athletes, the artists, the business people, if y'all kind of keep going down that lane, people start it and then they never continue.
Yeah.
Or they get off track and the next thing you know, they got like strippers on their show and shit. Having strippers on your show. You know how it is. Like, you were like, damn, bro, we trying to go viral.
Yeah.
Let's be funny and shit. Like, don't start trying to be funny and shit. Like,
Bro, I was telling staff, I'm like, bro, like you can really like wreck your brand like in the matter of like 5 seconds because it's like your face is kind of like a personal brand. So you think you finna say something that's finna go viral, like you can say some stuff like, yeah, I eat butt.
Goofy
and you
ass
think you
shit.
finna go viral, and then it's like when you don't go viral, like everybody you work with the next day know you just be eating butt and stuff like
now
that.
they
So
just feel like you're a clown. You're just saying everything to go viral.
yeah, you know what I mean? So
I can fuck up real fast.
man, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like the space y'all in right now, just like keep going down that space. It's a real space.
Who better than us?
Who's better? I don't think it's anybody better. I think this is like people that they just different age groups.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't say that it's anybody doing it better. Like I said, y'all got the cameras, y'all got the good audio setup. Like, I know my boy, like, Kenny Mo down at Streets 105 or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's, like, a different kind of setup.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's
We had
not
Kenny.
radio. That's yeah. You know what I mean? So that's kind of different.
Yeah.
Y'all not going live. Y'all kind of doing something else. Y'all putting up together the product or whatever. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's nobody better. I think y'all just got to kind of keep going.
I know I asked him a hard question, but he's really trying to throw you need the bus. Like he was really trying to I was trying to give you some hot
I
stuff.
wanted to see what he was gonna say.
Nah,
Hey.
for real. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I wanted to see what the other podcast was. That's all I
No,
wanted.
he was trying to throw you need the bus with that one. I was like,
because that's a real question. Though. I'm not afraid because it's like niggas gotta be able to take criticism.
No, for sure.
People gotta be able to have an opinion. Like you
No,
gotta
for
be able to
sure.
say, I like social liberty. I don't fuck with social liberty. I fuck with Big Esco doing.
sure.
I don't fuck with Big Esco doing. For everybody
sure.
fuck with it, it's probably not good, man.
for sure.
Like,
So
you gotta have some people that's going against it because that means people thinking about it.
Yeah.
for sure.
Let him know.
And I'm gonna translate this. So in other words, he finna go grab the gloves from his car staff and he finna tell you throw them on because you trying to throw me the bus. Oh man, I appreciate you coming out, bro, and lighting the world about church party and things of that nature, bro. You know, you welcome anytime on our platform.
Yeah, man. I hope y'all have me back for sure.
For
Yes,
sure.
sir.
So how
Appreciate
can the
you.
people find your platform and how can people find Search Party? Where can they go and cop?
Yo, Search Party STL, Search Party SEARCH. I spelled that right. PARTYSTL. Search Party STL on Twitter and Instagram. Right now, like I said, we got the GoFundMe going, but you can still get the first issue. I think if you on the GoFundMe, if you can pre-order the second issue, we got different tiers where you get some T-shirts and stickers and merch and shit like that. Follow me personally, Instagram big__Esco, Twitter big___Esco. Then from there, if you follow me, just click on the page, man. Shit is up there. You know what I mean? If you're trying
It's
to
up
tap in,
there.
it ain't hard to find.
For sure. Off the rip.
Let's get it.
We out.